Hello everyone and welcome to this special episode of the Small Talk. On the 14th of April 2022, LSP and I had the opportunity to interview the team that is going to be handling the project into the Soonieverse. And without further ado, here's how it went.
So before we get into the details, I have a question for everyone. Do you believe in centralization? Well, so does Soonie. So everyone must know Soonie as the mascot of Crypto Challenge. But due to decentralization, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, this adventure is coming to an end. And it's time for Soonie to embark on their own journey into the Suniverse. Soonie is a metaverse hero who is set out to combat centralization by using decentralized practices in their new product. Soonie and SwissBorg will fight against Lord Fudd and the Federation. The community will have the opportunity to be part of this journey by collecting unique NFTs from the story. And we're not going to stop there. Into the Suniverse is also going to be the very first interactive blockchain-based comic book. Soonie and SwissBorg will not fight alone. We're going to partner with key players in the NFT space to help them. Into the Suniverse is going to unite the NFT space into one state-of-the-art story. And now it's time to make a decision. Will Soonie summon a bored ape engineer to repair the ship, or will they discover their surroundings? So without further ado, let's dive into the team structure and how we're going to pull this off. So the team is split into three groups: marketing, story creative, and product. Of course, all team members will work together to ensure the timely delivery and adequate marketing of all new products and features. The marketing team will manage the content, campaign, social media, community management, and partnerships. And I'm going to approach our strategy by answering these three questions. How do we cater to audiences of varying backgrounds? How do we ensure that our marketing and creative tactics are not only keeping the project afloat, but are also contributing to the SwissBorg ecosystem? And how do we measure our success based on these standards? The story creative team will focus on developing the story's narrative, which is an integral part of retention, the creative writing, and the illustrations of the comic book. And of course, the product team will put it all together by focusing on the development, NFTs, and gamification. So what's next? First, we're going to enter a fundraising phase where we'll get early adopters to invest in this project to help us essentially get the show on the road. And then we're going to drop our very first PFP collection, where each one will be a unique design by our amazing illustrators with great care. And last but certainly not least, we're going to drop our interactive comic book. And by interacting with it, holders are going to earn amazing rewards. And so without further ado, do you want to be part of this journey? Scan this QR code and get aboard our rocket ship. We just launched our Discord server, which is, the start of this project, and I'm so excited to welcome you all, and I'm happy to answer any questions. I believe Valentin is also on this call, who is our product manager, so there might be questions he's better equipped answering than I am.
The first question I have is, what does this QR code do?
Oh, the QR code will lead you to a website where you can get on our Discord server, submit your email, and provide your wallet address for future potential airdrops. So you're going to want to click through every step.
King Coin is asking, what wallets should they give? Is it Ethereum?
Yeah, yes, ERC20 compatible.
Here we go. Question from Luca: will Suniverse be family friendly, or can Soonie swear?
That's a great question. I think Soonie's going to be. I don't think Soonie's going to be super family friendly. Of course, we want it to cater to everyone, but Soonie's going to be probably R-rated.
So let's go back to here. LSP, do you have any questions top of mind?
No. It's I was just listening. It's exciting. I'm just waiting for the next step. In fact, I do have a question actually. How far along are you in the project?
Oh, that's a great question. So we've just finalized our team. We're going to be 6 people. Some people are contracted on. Valentin and I are the only 2 who are full-time from SwissBorg who will be focusing on this. Everybody else we've kind of contracted in to support us with the initiative. And right now we're finalizing our roadmap. I'm pretty sure we're pretty close to that being done. And we're getting started on some of the initial illustrations and character designs and story writing. So things are moving along. But we're not quite ready to launch the NFT pass phase, for example, but we will be there in the next few weeks, I would say. We're hoping to launch them, I believe, by May.
Yeah, and for those people who are really sort of interested and really want to get involved in this, that the best place for them to be is in your Discord for updates
Yes,
and so on.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
All right. I did come equipped with a couple of questions, waiting for people to get some inspiration. The first one would be something like, will the benefits of the NFTs that the people will have be linked with any rarity? Will there be any scarcity with the NFTs that you're distributing, like one way or another?
Yeah, definitely. There's definitely going to be rarity. Valentine, are you on here? He can definitely answer this in more detail.
Oh, okay, I was muted. I couldn't speak. Sorry. So yeah. So
Hey.
Welcome.
definitely. Yeah. Thank you. So nice to meet you all. Sorry, I couldn't enter in the conversation. So I'm Valentin. I'm product manager here of the Soonieverse. So definitely we want to add rarity and like the first collection. So the second phase here will be a real like NFT collection, high quality with properties, rarity levels, many traits, you know. So like there will be super rare Sunnis. There will be like less rare ones, but every Sunni will be like sleek and nice. So everyone will be happy at the end of the day. But yeah, of course, we are going to have rare properties. Yeah.
Nice.
Is this answering your question?
Yep. Yeah. Very much so.
Cool.
You know, if you don't mind, I do have a question. If you don't, well, if you can answer this question, because I'm actually very curious.
Yep.
At the beginning of your presentation, Jamie, you were saying about, you know, Sunni had to be stopped because of centralization issues and whatnot. Can you kind of expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, totally. So you guys all remember Crypto Challenge. The last day to do your final prediction is tomorrow. It's closing tomorrow. Essentially, you know, so Sunni came alive by way of being the Crypto Challenge mascot. And for Crypto Challenge, some of you may remember, you know, it was our second rendition of the community app, and we had a Crypto Challenge task force. And on this task force, we worked really hard to strategize ways to make the game more exciting for our users. But every time we wanted to kind of submit a new request or upgrade to the App Store, we were rejected by them. And so this equated to the beginning of Sunni's journey, because, you know, the Apple App Store, of course, is a centralized company and business. And so Sunni's the whole, you know, this whole concept of Sunni combating centralization is born from the number of times Sunni was rejected by the Apple Store.
Right, makes sense.
Yeah.
I know, yeah, no, because I know quite a few Apple, not Apple developers, but people who try to develop apps on, you know, the Apple App Store, and they say the same thing. You know, it's very difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
Quite challenging. Yeah.
It's almost a monopoly,
And
right? They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's also about fighting against like Meta and like every people that are trying to make the metaverse centralized and to like about like saving the metaverse, uniting with like decentralized project, NFT friends, like someday we may have like a bored ape in the story, like we can go crazy here. Like the idea is really to have like a project of the decentralization. So yeah.
I think, to be honest, this is a problem that that's going to be there no matter what. You know, some people want regulation, some people don't. Some people understand what regulation means, some people don't. You know,
For sure. I think when we think about decentralization, of course, you know, I always say that it's a dream and it's a concept. I'm not confident to say it's a reality. I think we can all agree that it's not a reality. And so Sunni is, you know, the hero of decentralization, but the product will be decentralized in the capacity of using decentralized practices. So, And, you know, so like in our marketing tactics, for example, I'll personally try to avoid doing target marketing on social media, for example. So any opportunity we can get to use decentralized practices, we definitely will.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, it doesn't, I think this is where sometimes is such a lack of education and, dare I say, a little bit of ignorance sometimes, because people tend to fall into this bracket of, you know, not understanding that things need to be regulated, you know, on some level,
For
at least
sure,
at
yeah.
least at least a little bit, because you know, otherwise it's total chaos. But yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this project is not about like fighting regulation. Like it's really about like being into the metaverse, the free metaverse, let's say. So uniting with the project that are like not backed by like Facebook and Google, you know, like it's all about that. But yeah, regulation is somehow a good thing, I would
Yeah.
say. So
Would you consider scrapping everything on Ethereum and just jumping over to Engine, maybe?
can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, you know, instead of using Ethereum for your NFTs, what about Engine?
Like is it like this is an NFT project. Like it's a comic book, but it's like the combination of NFTs and comic book. And for now, the engine ecosystem is not really for mass adoption, and it's also about mass adoption. Like the market, the liquidity for now is on Ethereum. If we stick with engine only,
Yeah.
we are going to have issues, and even the UX of engine is not the best for now. Like
Yeah.
I think there is potential, of course, but like this project is for now, so we need to be ready now. We need to have like the users now. So like Ethereum seems the best place to be.
Yeah.
And like for next features, like when we are going to ask a lot of transactions on the blockchain, like for the interactive comic book, for example, like this, we are looking for other ways, like other blockchains, or maybe like going on Polygon and NL2.
Yeah.
Like there is other options. We won't always be on Ethereum, but the main NFTs will be on Ethereum. It's also a way to increase our chances and your chances if you decide to go in this project to have a valuable NFTs, because on Ethereum there is more chances that your NFTs have a higher value.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, makes sense.
I have a question about the art and the storyline. So you guys have done all of this. So far, who has done it, and how was it envisioned? How was it imagined?
Thank you for that question. Yeah, so we hired Kevin Johnson, who's our creative writer on the team. I'm not sure if he's on this call. He
I'm
said he was
here.
having some. Oh, hey, there's Kevin. Yeah, so Kevin
Welcome.
is the kind of like the mastermind behind the story and the narrative.
How are you doing, Kevin?
So
Good. How are
welcome,
you?
Kevin.
Good.
Kevin, maybe do you want to answer this question?
Sure. Yeah. No. You know, Suni already existed. Obviously, had a bit of a history, as Jamie said. You know, from Crypto Challenge and whatnot. And so the challenge for me was to sort of build a storyline around Suni as a central character. And so we've got a really exciting sort of galactic metaverse, you know, centralization storyline coming your way, and it's going to pull from all different kind of sort of pop culture references. You know, anybody who's a fan of anything from Star Wars to Rick and Morty to kind of you name it, Final Space, all of those types of vibes is what we're trying to bring, but with the undercurrent of really talking about, you know, how centralization can impact people. And so in the story that sort of plays a major role. And so just as maybe say in Star Wars you had sort of the Empire and the Rebellion, there's going to be sort of warring factions and all types of you know, sort of a rogue band of characters that sort of rise up to try and take care of that, with Suni helming the middle. So we're super excited to have Ali. You see the artwork here is based off of the initial script that I gave, and Ali just did an amazing job, and some of the character designs are just out of this world, literally. So we're fired up. We're excited to bring, hopefully, just an incredible ongoing story. And the other thing, to Jamie's point, is it'll be interactive. So we'll have certain parts of the story where, you know, there's sort of a pivotal decision that a character has to make, and we'll be able to engage the community, sort of giving them that power of choice. Does Suni do this, or does Suni do that? And then there, you know, there's a different outcome depending on what happens. And so, you know, it's definitely going to be sort of like, you know, you guys are in the driving lane, but, you know, the destination will still just be sort of this awesome awesome path. I can't give away too many spoilers, obviously. That's why
Yeah.
I'm giving it.
But you know, it's like. Sorry, go on, Kevin.
No, I was just saying, you know, big twists and turns coming your way. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying like we are keeping the soul of Suni, because for now Suni in Crypto Challenge is like up or down, and like in this it will be left or right basically. So we are keeping what makes Suni, but in another way, maybe more fun. I hope more fun. Yeah,
Definitely a lot more fun.
So on this slide, we also have on the marketing side, fundraising, partnerships, campaigns, content, social media, and community management. When you mentioned partnerships, is it like for story design, or is it to have other projects that are featured in the story and that will feature Sony on their platforms, for example, and do like collaborations and stuff like that? Or are we talking more like giveaways?
So we're thinking about partnerships in a couple different tiers, one of which is like brand exposure, which is exactly that. It's like a co-marketing agreement where, you know, we partner with an organization, company, other crypto project, you name it. We expose their brand in our product, and in exchange they expose our brand in their product. And then we're looking at partnerships in the capacity of getting other NFT projects embedded into our story. Specifically like NFT, PFP projects where they have other characters. And then we're also looking at partnerships as investors, so people who want to join us in the fundraising phase as early adopters. So there are a couple different ways that we're looking at partnerships right now.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
We heard, like before, when the Crypto Challenge started, that a lot of criticism in the community that SwissBorg should put their resources rather on the main product. And now, when we heard about the Suniverse, the same critics came again. So how do you answer them? So how will this help SwissBorg, the SwissBorg app, and the community, or like the ecosystem of SwissBorg in general?
Yeah, I'm happy to answer that question. So in the long run, what we're doing here, so first of all, this Crypto Challenge is taking up at least 22 people from SwissBorg's core team. For the Suniverse project, it's only 2 people. So we've reduced that significantly. So those resources are going back into the SwissBorg app, into the SwissBorg product. And then if we look at the entire ecosystem, for me, this is a massive opportunity for SwissBorg to have a branch project that really is emerged in the NFT space. And by doing that, we kind of expand our reach and our visibility into new audiences. So in that sense, this will automatically bring more users to the SwissBorg app, because we're exposing ourselves into new markets that I believe we haven't yet quite tapped into, which is this NFT space. So I think that the community's concerns are definitely fair enough. But if we look at the details of this project versus that project, this project is really kind of, being ran in a way that is only taking 2 full-time people from SwissBorg to run it. And we're also fundraising for it so that we can sustain the project as an independent product versus using SwissBorg's resources to sustain it. So it's really more of like SwissBorg is supporting this project. Maybe as an investor I would look like, but otherwise everyone else at SwissBorg, their priorities are all on our key initiatives for this year. Yep.
Oh, sorry, Jamie. I was just going to. I didn't mean to cut you up, but just as a quick heads up, Gil Gamma's saying that the invitation for the Discord on Soonieverse is expired. So is it possible to get a new one?
Yeah, let me share one in the chat right now. Thank you for saying that.
That's okay.
During that time, I will start another giveaway in the channel. So for all of the people who missed the first one, get ready. SB Coffee Text. I'll be trying it again. Hopefully it works again. The first winner was Claire. Let's see if she wins again. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. So 2 minutes
Chris,
to enter while we get the invitation link sorted. Oh, here we go. So you can click on the giveaway and on the invitation link at the same time. Isn't that convenient?
Thank you, Ben. You're so good at hosting.
This is not doing much.
Made for this.
Saying stuff.
Chris, I believe you asked the last question. I hope I answer some of your concerns.
Yeah, maybe I can go further in here.
Sure.
Could you imagine that this is a metaverse project, right? So could there be like a way that we attract new people within the metaverse or the Soonieverse? That maybe even
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
like
Yeah.
advising of community members or so, and that this will happen in the Suniverse, for instance.
Yeah, absolutely. If I understand your question correctly, you're wondering if this is if this will happen in the metaverse, and
If there is
know,
if there are already some ideas how this could evolve, or are you just like at the start and have this idea with the comic book, and then you look how it evolves and decide from there?
Yeah, so like we are focused for now, we are focused on creating a brand, you know, like we want to make Suniverse a brand in its own, so that you can, yeah, like you understand the universe we are creating. So like this is our main focus for now. This is why we are creating also these like PFPs, and this comic book is really the first step, because we are like kickstarting the brand basically. And yeah, for the future we have many ideas, many plans. Nothing is really like and we will also answer to the community ideas. So because we don't want to build that on our own, like we want you to be on board. So for now, like the focus is on creating the brand, and then we can go big. We can metaverse, like anime. Why not having something in like Netflix? Why not? Like we can go big here. But for now, the focus is on the brand.
a little bit more on that. As Valentine said, we are focused on developing the brand, and from a marketing perspective, it's really my full intention to get the brand as popular as possible, because ultimately if we do that and we're successful in the fundraising phases, and we can justify launching this project without using too many resources from SwissBorg, then the world is really our oyster with this project. All of us on the team, we've had such crazy ideas, crazy strategies, many different ways to kind of cater to different people, to tap into different markets with this project, to see the direction it can take. But it, again, as Valentine said, it really just depends on whether or not we're successful in the beginning stages. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves with dreaming and making promises that we can't keep right now.
Yeah, the question I think Chris was asking is, how will this help SwissBorg ecosystem and the CHSB? And do you have plans to actually boost or help CHSB?
So yeah, we like the first features and collections won't be really connected, but we have ideas. Like for example, we could have a collection that is tied with CHSB. Like you buy a character, an NFT character, and like inside your NFT character, you are also buying, like, owning CHSB. So there is like mechanics we have in mind to really tie this project with the CHSB and SwissBorg. But we will not start with that, because it will take more time, and we want really to focus on the core project, which is like the Suniverse and the NFTs, really like Suni NFTs. But yeah, we have ideas to make the connection stronger.
And I personally believe that it's going to make CHSB stronger, because by way of being a brand of SwissBorg, and if it's a good brand, I really think that the illustrator and Kevin and the quality of our creatives are going to make people feel very impressed by what we're doing. And so if this goes viral, for example, then that only means more people are learning about SwissBorg, more people will want to invest in CHSB. And so, I think this is a win-win situation.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, my pleasure.
If I can hop on one subject that's always been touchy with SwissBorg, and we've asked Bastien also 2 weeks ago, is related to any dates or times, or do you have expectations, whereas how long it will be before we'll be able to see any of the ideas you're working on, and or the auction, and or some of the art, or some teasing from the different arts that you'll be preparing for the unique NFTs and stuff like that. Do you have any like?
So you guys are definitely going to get teasers. You're going to get teasers. I can't speak on dates for releases. Of course, that's always a really difficult thing to do. But teasers are on their way, and I'll let Valentin answer in more detail here.
Yeah, my answer is soon. Like no, we
No.
You can't say this here.
we are working hard. We want to deliver. Like I don't want to be too precise, but we want to deliver before the summer. So like it's really soon. And sneak peeks you will have, because we have everything we need to start designing. So like you will have sneak peeks really soon.
And
I think it's a matter of weeks. Yeah.
Where do we have to go to see the sneak peeks? I think I know the answer, but just to get it.
You know it. You know the answer.
Into the Suniverse.
Yeah, you have to get aboard this ship, give a private passcode, and then so you guys will be able to see sneak peeks on Twitter for sure. But if anybody wants to be more involved or have more of an active role in our community, potentially help shape the future of our DAO, and also get access to some more exclusive content and be part of helping us shape this and move this forward, you can go ahead and in the Discord, in the Soonieverse Discord server in the updates channel, you can either put a lightning bolt emoji if you're interested in being a member of our future DAO, or if you'd just like to be a community member. But those who are up for participating and talking about having a bunch of meetings with me on how we're going to shape our community and shape our DAO, you guys will definitely have more exclusive content access.
Just like SwissBorg, this project is also about being community centric. So like we want you guys aboard.
And we follow all the same mission, vision, and or I guess not mission, but we follow the same vision and values as SwissBorg. So community centricity, at least to me, is very, very important.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be like everything around the people who are participating, who are interacting, who are buying, or who are collecting these NFTs. Like however you guys will be deciding to value the participation of people, basically, and they'll be shaping how the project's evolving, really.
Yeah.
And another question from King, one of our amazing community members.
Hey, team.
Yes.
How are you? Good to see you here. Thank you for
hello everyone. Thank
Hi.
you for such a warming.
King, do you want to ask the question yourself, or do you want me to read it out? Go ahead, man. Read it out.
Yeah, will there be a beta accessible to the community? And will there be criteria, like for example, owning a certain amount of CHSB, or to own a certain NFT that we all have in our wallet and that have no use for now? Are those solutions?
That's a great question, and that's a great idea.
We can discuss. Like indeed it's a good idea. Like we will have like many projects a whitelist, so we can. I think it's easier to add you to add the most active SwissBorg users, most active members of the community into the guest list, and then you have a special place. If we have a beta someday, you will be the first to try. Like the Suniverse pass will be a key for that kind of perks. Being the first to give a feedback, to try the apps, to get whitelisted, like this is really the main special NFT we are going to release.
GP member night at the Suni Club.
yeah, it's really like it is a Suni Club. It could be named like that. Like the name is not definitive. For now, it's Soonieverse Pass, but it could be Soonieverse Club or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, how? So there's an interesting question here. With the relation between the Suni project and SwissBorg, Steve is asking, is there consideration to integrate the Suniverse in SwissBorg and or with blockchain games, example with Suni as NFT characters?
So
I think Louis might be on this call.
Yeah, he
Hakeem,
can.
So maybe before I answer this question, I will ask another question. which is Soonieverse is an interactive comic book, right? Can we call it a game, or is it more an adventure you play alone?
Yeah, I think we can say it's a game. It's a game, yeah.
Okay, and you play it alone, or you play it in group?
I think I can better answer that question in more detail in a couple of weeks. We have several different ideas. I think when it comes to the product and how individuals interact with it, it'll be an alone experience. But we have other ideas for ways to gamify this project outside of the product. That would be a more kind of group type game experience.
Well, even the voting could be grouped experience. I can see
Totally
someone campaigning for a certain outcome, which would be hilarious. Like we have SwissBorg campaigning to have I don't remember what the choices are here. Yeah, so like SwissBorg campaigning to have the Bored Ape engineer repairing the ship, and people inside the Suniverse trying to discover the surroundings, and just like internal fights like this. I'm sure this would be possible. But,
yeah.
I'm guessing.
Sorry, and to answer the first question, the initial question, if SwissBorg will include or support Suniverse, I think of course we will, but also we were about to invite you to come and present Suniverse to our gamers that basically has the choice of what games they want to play and support. So this is more how we behave at SwissBorg. But yeah, obviously the doors are fully open. But at the end, it's the community that will decide what we do, if we go deep in Suniverse or if we do something else.
That's wonderful.
I guess for now it's a bit different than like the games you have in SwissBorg, because most of the games you have are most like competitive, and we won't be competitive at start, at least. Maybe we'll find ways to add that kind of fun mechanics, but like the first version, what we are going to release soon is more the comic book and the interactive part
and the awareness. Cool. Well, do we have any extra questions that we want to ask the Suni team? And has everyone seen that the link to join their server has been reposted? So that can be interesting as well.
I have another question.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Is there any cost to play at Suniverse?
Valentin?
Yeah, the NFTs you will have to own NFTs from the project to play the game. Yeah.
Okay.
Then I think I'll be doing one last drop, and we'll have the 3 winners for the night. Does anyone want to do the countdown?
Go on, Jamie, you do it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. My voice doesn't go deeper. 3, 2, 1. Blast off!
Good luck, everyone. Click on the message. Let's see how much participation we have. I think about 30.
And guys, whoever joins our Discord server from the SwissBorg community will get a SwissBorger tag or role on Discord.
Like it's an alpha role for people that join early.
And just a quick question, actually, Jamie, about the Discord.
Yeah.
At the moment, you've just got sort of rules, welcome, and a few other, sort of channels. There's not really much going on at the moment. Is this something that's... Yeah, okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure I'm in the right place.
No, this is like our very first like public introduction to the community, and our first effort at starting to build a community. Of course, we've talked about the project in more private settings, but now I'm really ready to blast off, and so I'll be activating the Discord server and making it fun for everybody with weekly updates and teasers and other ways that people can get involved. I'll be looking for people to help me with the community, so if this project is inspiring to anybody, please do reach out to me, and I'd be happy to chat with you. But yeah, there are lots of fun stuff to come. We're going to make this as interactive as possible, so
if you have any question, any ideas, just send a message to Jamie or me, or just even in the public channels. Go for it.
Definitely, yeah. You guys know where to find me. I'm on Twitter. You can DM me. Happy to, be in touch with anyone. And I know some people on my Twitter mentioned that they can't make it tonight. So I'm always happy to chat with anyone and give this presentation and talk about more involvement.
We can't speak anymore in the Suniverse chat. It's normal?
You can't speak in the chat?
Oh, which one? That might be my fault.
In welcome and get started, they went read only.
I'll look into that after this call. Thank you for bringing that up, Hakeem.
Here we go. All right. So, a couple of last things. Oh, we're going to need a new link for the Suniverse server.
Okay.
It looks like your links probably have a max cap of people who can join it.
Yeah,
so.
like 10 minutes. Yeah. got it.
So we're going to need one more. I've sent in a message with a survey that it would be super cool if after the call you could fill it up. We'll be dropping one more time because I felt like it was fun and we should definitely do that more often. If anyone has any last questions, this is the last opportunity to do so before next time, which I don't know when that is, so it's always good to be answered sooner than later. And thank you everyone for joining in. Big thank you to Jamie and all of the team who've been participating and helping in explaining what all this is and clearing out some questions, so that's been super cool.
Ben, thank you. You've been an awesome host. It's been a real pleasure to be with everyone tonight. I was so excited for this. I've been waiting weeks and weeks and weeks to introduce the project to you all, so I'm very, very hyped.
Yep, same. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
See you in the Suniverse.
See you.
Yeah.
See you in the Suniverse. Cheers.
Into the Suniverse. And if you guys have any if you do have any questions, you can feel free to type them out in the SB Cafe chat, and I can answer them there. Thank you, everybody.
Cheers, guys. Ciao, ciao.
Happy Easter and have a great evening. Woohoo! Bye.